It's funny what you hear about and what you don't. The media wants you to be mad at the police, and you should be mad at the police. But the most harmful forms of racism are on the top levels of society. I want you to listen to this next clip from Mike's Kaiser's report, Never Ending Baltimore's. I believe it came out today. And in it, he says that the blacks are the new Indians, and they're going to put them on reservations and kill them all. And before you think that it is a ridiculous statement, you should really watch the whole 23 minutes and 36 seconds of it. But I have a clip for you that partially explains why he said that. And he's absolutely right, And, well, let me play the clip first, then I'll tear him a new one.
Many other cities is like they force it into a
blacks
ghetto.
are the new Indians in Baltimore. They're going to put them on a reservation and they're going to try to kill them all.
So it's ground zero for the foreclosure crisis and the mortgage fraud. Remember, the foreclosure crisis has been the biggest disenfranchisement of Black Americans in the entire history of the U.S. That includes during slavery. So in 2012, a former loan officer with Wells Fargo testified that she and other officers targeted majority Black communities in Baltimore and nearby areas, forging relationships with churches and community groups. They pushed homeowners with perfect credit into loans that had higher interest rates than they should have been paying, and also gave mortgages to people with low incomes who couldn't afford them without any income paperwork or down payments.
Watch this part now. It gets worse. This last sentence of the quote. Listen to this.
Bank employees called their clients, quote, mud people, and called the subprime mortgages ghetto loans.
Bank employees called their clients mud people and called their subprime mortgages ghetto loans. Now, let's go back to the first part of the quote. In 2012, a former loan officer with Wells Fargo testified that she and the other officers targeted majority Black communities in Baltimore and nearby areas, forging relationships with churches and community groups. Now, I'm not saying religion is bad. In fact, I'm saying the opposite. But I'm saying you have bootlickers. In the last videos, I don't know if I've uploaded them yet by the time I release this one, but in the last videos I put out that I asserted that when you are against the power structure of a nation, you are at odds with that nation because the people work for the power structure. The power structure doesn't work for the people. And then you have bootlickers in secret societies and bootlickers who have secret arrangements, whether or not they're in secret societies. So you have secret societies and not so secret societies working for the elite to make sure all the bootlickers are under mind control. And when you think of mind control, don't think of, some guy, who's forced to watch a TV screen with, tied to a chair, which is not far from what's going on. But don't think of it that way. It's simply all the coercive techniques that they use to get you to think like them. Media, newspapers, your own friends, social pressure, peer pressure, setting trends, etc., etc. So, these people are a bunch of fucking scum. And you people don't understand the kind of demons that we're dealing with. Let's rip people off, cause them to go homeless. They're mud people anyway. These are ghetto loans designed for the mud people. If they all fucking die and, they start robbing and killing everybody, we can just say, oh, it's because they're mud people. Not because we set them up with subprime mortgages they couldn't afford. Not because we charge them higher interest rates when they're doing good. Not no matter what the black man does, we were stabbing him in the fucking back. But because, well, I got to keep it down. Actually, there's people here. I don't want to scare the people here working, so I got, the point is, it's quite simple, really, that the kleptocracy of the racist oligarchs will only be brought down through war. Do you understand me? That's the only solution I see to this. Most people don't understand this. You don't understand the kind of demons that you're dealing with. You ever seen a demon get desperate for control? That's the only thing that happens. If you go after these people financially or politically, they'll just get more desperate for control and they'll just bring in more control no matter what they have to do. If they have to fucking do 100 false flags in the world, they'll do that. If they have to release a fucking deadly disease that kills more people than all the other diseases in history put together, they will do that. You don't understand the kind of demons that you're dealing with. Okay? All these controlled oppositions aren't going to change this, you know? And it goes back to what I've been saying, you know, consistently now for a day and a half. And I'll probably keep saying it for a long time. It's something that I didn't want to put out there just like that. But that, let's be frank, that's how it is. You know, when you are against the power structure of a nation, you are at odds with that nation. And you may as well say you are against the people as well. Now, I'm going to end it here for obvious reasons. I just goes early in this video. I don't want to scare everybody. But that's how it is. Okay, just New World Order scum. Just, you know, no, they're mud people, and this is subprime mortgages. These are ghetto loans, you know, and we're just going to disenfranchise them. Either they're in prison already or on welfare, and the ones who aren't, we are going to fucking give them loans that they can't afford and charge higher interest rates to the ones who could afford.